Welcome to our first workout of phase 4. I hope you're excited to start working with the kettlebell. Now, as to be expected, this is going to be our most challenging phase for a couple of reasons. One is because we are just using more weight than we have used this entire 12 weeks. But two, the workouts are going to be longer, the movements are a little more complex. But keep in mind that at this point, our cores and our pelvic floor should really be firing on their own, so we shouldn't have to do as much anticipatory engagement. But I will still provide breathing cues as they pertain to the movements of just when you should be exhaling, because it helps you give more power and more force out of that movement. But let's go ahead and start with our warm-up. We're going to do our joint warm-up. Let's start with our ankles. Go ahead and lift one leg out in front of you, and let's start doing some circles. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Other side. Leg floats up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's go into our hanging knee circle. So draw one knee up. Start drawing big circles with that foot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch directions. Now you can always do a tummy check, so you shouldn't feel any pressure pushing out. So this is different than in that first phase where we really had to work on holding that engagement. And let's switch side. Draw that knee up. Big circles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's shift our weight to one side. Leg is pointing out to the side. Let's draw that knee up, tap, and back down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Other side. Pull your weight to one side. Draw that knee up, tap, and back out to the side. So we are crossing our body. Try to get above hip height. Let's do one more. Let's go into standing hip circles, feet right under the hips. Push those hips out to the side, roll them around, and push them back. So let's do 5 circles to the left, 3, 4, and 5. You can lean slightly back now. Really push it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Let's go into a slight side bend. So we're just going to dip to each side. Feel that little bit of a stretch there in your sides. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're going to go into a slight little twist. So feet are going to be out in your squat stance. I want you to turn as you let your back leg turn with your upper body. So allow your torso to twist, but allow that rear leg to twist with you. So it's a full body twisting movement. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here we go. Let's go into our shoulders. Small circles in the front to start, then they begin to get bigger and bigger. And let's switch directions. We start with nice big circles, then we start getting them smaller, smaller, and smaller. Good, let's go into back slappers. So arms are coming across, then we open up nice and big. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, let's widen up the feet again. Going into our windmill. Arms are out to the side. We inhale, and I want you to exhale as you reach toward your opposite foot with that hand. So switch sides each time. Let's do 4 more. 7. Feel that stretch in the hamstrings. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Pull those feet in. Let's go into a good morning. So we are doing kettlebell work today. So we want to make sure our hips are warmed up and we're really starting to work on that movement pattern of that hip swing. So start with our body weight good morning. Feet right under the hips, arms on your back, dip in your hips and knees. We inhale down, feel that nice big stretch in our hamstring. Exhale as we come up. So go ahead and do your breathing technique or practice your breathing. because you will be exhaling when you have that kettlebell. And 3 more. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Let's go out into our squat stance. We'll work on our kettlebell deadlift with no weight. So we dip in the hips and knees, push those hips back, drop down to mid shin, and all the way up. 3, 4, 5. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. 6, just as if you were supporting the kettlebell. And 1 more. Good. And let's finish this up with a no kettlebell swing. So let's pretend we have that kettlebell. So we'll start here at the top. Arms are coming down. As soon as they press against your ribs, we're driving the hips back into that good morning position and then driving the hips through. Very good. Arms come down first. So remember, the weight will be suspended for just a split second or two. And then as the arms begin to come down, that's a cue to drive those hips back, really push them back, and then it is that hip opening that is popping the kettlebell up. Very good. Go take a short rest and we're done with our warm-up. For part 1 today, we have a lot of movements to work through. We're going to be going through 10 kettlebell deadlifts, 10 swinging catches, to 10 goblet squats, and then we're rounding out each round with a 20-second left-right plank. We're doing that for a total of 3 times. So let's just go over that first round all together. So beginning with your kettlebell deadlift. So kettlebell should be right beneath you. I want you to stand over top of the kettlebell so it's drawing a straight line through the middle of my body. My feet are in my squat stance, toes are slightly pointed out. Dip in my hips and knees. Let's push those hips back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and drop down until your hands reach that kettlebell. Drive back through the hips to stand all the way up. So that's 1, 2, 3. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. 4. Push your hips back. 5. Almost try to think about keeping your shins perpendicular to the floor. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Kettlebell down. Good. Take a little bit of a step back because now we want the kettlebell out in front of us as we go into our swing and catch. So kettlebell is about 1 foot to 2 feet in front. Feet are still in your squat stance. Dip in your hips and knees. Drive those hips back. Reach for the kettlebell. Remember, we're dragging it across the floor into our hips. Pop those hips open and catch. That's 1, 2. Remember, your hands are rotating to the side. 3. Stand up nice and tall. 4, 5, 6. Pull it in, push it out. 8, 2 more. And on this last one, hold. Very good. Going directly into our goblet squat. Feet in your squat stance, chest is up nice and high. Kettlebells right beneath your chin, elbows under the kettlebell. We inhale down. Exhale as we stand. Very good. You should feel your core firing when it needs to during this movement. And that's 5. 5 more. 6, chest stays up. 7, hold on to that kettlebell. 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Good. Sit your kettlebell down. Now for our plank, depends on where you are at with these and where you left off in phase 3. So if you finished phase 3 on a low incline, you are either able to do it on your hand or onto your elbow. Let's try doing them on the floor today. If you finish phase 3 on a high incline, let's try to lower that incline today. So let's go work from the floor. You're going to slide on down to your side. You can do elbows to knees or elbows to toes. For today, I'll do elbows and knees. I'm going to inhale, exhale, draw that belly button in, engage your core and pelvic floor, and drive up. Good. We're going to hold here for 20 seconds. Remember, we're continuing with our chest breathing. So even though we're holding on to that engagement in our lower abdomen and our core and our pelvic floor, you still need to breathe. Good. And down to rest. Let's do the other side. Pressing through my elbows and knees, I inhale, exhale, Engage and press. Good. Hold. Hold that engagement. Should feel like I'm in a straight line from my shoulders to my hips to my knees. And down with control. There you go. So you have 2 more rounds of your 10 deadlifts, 10 swinging catches, 10 goblet squats, and a plank on the left and right side, and then meet me back. So you have quite the conditioning workout up ahead of you today. You'll be working through 8 push-ups, 16 lunges, 24 swings, and 36 squats. Now the only weighted movement in your conditioning workout today will be the kettlebell swings, but this is a high volume workout. But let's go ahead and go through the movements of this and then I'll let you go off on your own. Now for your push-ups, again, this is going to be dependent on where you finished out your push-ups in phase 3. So if we're on that high incline, let's get down to a low incline. If you're on the low incline, let's try being on your toes. If you feel comfortable with that, why don't we transition down onto the floor? So I'm going to do them knees and hands onto the floor. So go ahead, come on down. Now remember that for your push, I'm always going to want you to brace your core and your pelvic floor because regardless, that plank position is very core intensive. So let's go walk our hands into your plank, and as you inhale, exhale, draw that belly button in, engage your pelvic floor so I'm already supported by the time I get out into that plank position. For your push-up, you're laying all the way down. Thumbs should be right beside your chest and pressing up. So let's do 5. 1, 2, elbows are going back. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Push those hands back. Let's stand up. Now, for your lunges, you can do stationary or walking. I, of course, will do stationary. Remember, knee is dropping down towards the floor. Feet are staying hip width apart. Chest is staying up nice and high. Try not to push against your leg to stand up. For your Russian swings, kettlebell will be a little bit out in front of you. Feet are in your squat stance. We dip in the hips and knees, drive those hips back, reach for your kettlebell, pull it into the hips, and then we're just locking out our hips and our knees. Remember, I want you to do a slight squeeze of your glutes and your hamstrings to really pop open that kettlebell, or pop open your hips and let the kettlebell float up. Then you will be finishing with just 36 air squats. Feet in your squat stance. We inhale as we go down, exhale to stand. Use this exercise to really try to regain control of your breath. So go ahead, inhale and exhale, in and out. Slow down your breathing here. This is the largest rep set of the exercise, so kind of find a groove for your squats and stick to it. So one more time, 8 push-ups, 16 lunges, 24 swings, 36 squats. You are doing that for a total of 4 rounds, and let me know your time.